One of the things that makes it difficult to cope with racism for me is the fact that so many people that I care about and people who are really well-meaning say things that are really problematic. The reason it's hard for me to cope with that is because sometimes it's hard for me to speak to it with that person. And so even though I might process it with someone else, if it's a person in my life, I still have to carry the fact that this occurred because I care about this person. I love this person. This person is in my family, or this person is a close friend. This person is a colleague of mine. I think they're great. I mean, genuinely, I think that this is a great person. I think they're caring. I think they care about me. And what they said was not okay. So what do I do with that? I try to genuinely express some real understanding of where people are coming from when at the same time I talk about why where they're coming from was harmful or hurtful. The first thing that comes to mind for me when I think about engaging with somebody I care about that also, I feel that I need to speak up about something that was said or something that was harmful is, gosh, it's like a minefield because it's so easy to trigger people's shame. And to me, shame is not this great teaching tool that helps people move forward. It's the irony that in dealing with racial conflicts, oftentimes it's the person of color that's doing the work to make sure that conversation goes well, to make sure you're speaking honestly, but not too honestly, to make sure that you're being heard and that you're really confronting the issue without being confrontational, right? And so there are these double binds throughout the whole thing. I've decided that I'm okay doing that work, especially with people I care about, because I see that as part of my job and my career, right? I've worked as a diversity educator. I do trainings for people on this topic. And so even though I'm off the clock sometimes, I see that as okay. I don't think it's a fair expectation of the general public to always take on that extra emotional work at a time when they may already feel hurt or wounded around a racial conflict, to then be the emotional container for a difficult dialogue about race. So I'm pretty conflicted about what I would recommend to others, but I can say that when I have had the energy to do that, to still try to be understanding, even as I'm trying to ask for others to be understanding in a new way, sometimes can lead to closer relationships, more honest relationships, more mutual understanding and trust.